Hello and welcome to the College Rugby Show live here in Houston, Texas. We have got the Lone Star Bowl, all right? This is Men's National Championship weekend. We just crowned our D1AA National Champion, Tennessee. We're going to crown our Division I champion a little bit later this evening. Tomorrow, D2, D3. But now it's time to go bowling, Zach.
We're going to start here. First one's on the bowl schedule, Texas Tech. All right, they are on the right track as a program, Pat. You got to say that. 2-3 years ago, this program really not in a great place. Credit to the students and coach leaders who have kind of accelerated a rebuild for the Red Raiders here. The problem is they're still developing a bit of a feel for the game, okay? They have a couple players who have a high rugby IQ, and they have some absolute units on this lineup. But outside of that, they don't have a whole lot of feel for the, their space in the field yet. They're still relying a lot on that physicality.
And they're going up against the Fairfield Stags out of the Liberty Conference. Division I versus Division I AA, an interdivisional matchup. Tell us what to expect out of the Stags here, Darian.
The Stags look extremely pointed and sharp, and for good reason. I think that they have a lot of capabilities and a lot of tools at hand. They face some higher level competition. One thing that might be a little bit debatable here is kind of the weather, I would say. It's a little hot down here and under the lights, but all Americans are really going to show through for this Fairfield side. And I mean, they are kind of the favorites going into here, but a lot to learn, I think. When they have wide open space, they do a really good job of being able to work the back line. And then the forwards, I think they're a bit more dynamic than what we're going to see in Texas Tech, but still, Fairfield, I mean, it's hot out here.
Tell us, let's dive a little bit more into the Red Raiders here and look at their season and their road to this Lone Star Bowl, Zach. They did pretty good to make it to the conference semifinal, lost to Texas A&M, and now they're ready to test themselves.
Right, absolutely. We talk about that accelerated rebuild. We talk about, the on the right track here. You see that pretty good defensive effort from the Red Raiders this year, playing as a unit there, a little togetherness. But the teams they were losing to in 2024, University of Dallas, Texas San Antonio, they beat them all this year in 2025. Okay, they came back. They had an undefeated regular season at least. They won. They were top of the Tier 2 in the Lone Star Conference before falling to Texas A&M, a really good Texas A&M team in the semifinal matchup there before for the Tier 1 championship.
The folks at home have probably not watched the Red Raiders. Tell them who they should be looking out for.
First person on this list absolutely is Brighton Chinyana. Okay, you have to keep an eye on him. He's hard to miss. He's out there at the outside center spot. The 2017 Player of the Year for the nation of Botswana. Okay, the best player in that country. He is very good. Very high rugby IQ. He's a player coach for the Red Raiders. He really does it all for them. He brings that, tries to bring that experience to that team. Not someone you're going to want to have to tackle over and over again in the open space there, all right? He's got 8 tries on the year, 11 conversions as well for Texas Tech. He is their go-to guy. Does it all. You also have to talk about, when you're talking about players of the year or players to watch here in this game, Roy Levy, the absolute physical specimen at prop. Okay, he may be from Frisco, Texas, but I have the authority as a Mainer to adopt him. He's a Paul Bunyan-looking guy.
Yeah.
He is absolutely can come up there and chop some wood with us up in Maine. He's 6'4", he's a huge dude. 6'4", 280 is a problem at scrum time for the Red Raiders.
He absolutely is. 2 units. Texas, we talked about Fairfield All-Americans. The Tech Raiders, all from Texas except for Chinyana there at the outside center.
Right, yeah, a lot of homegrown talent here. I mean, we can even look at those rosters, the lineups here for the Red Raiders. A lot of homegrown talent in Texas here. So many units, we talk about it too. Some great, huge guys in the front row there. Outside of Levy, you also have Ryan Sunderman in the engine room there, 6'4", 255, okay? He's going to have to do a lot to power this forward pack against the Stags in that lineup. And we take a look at the back line as well. A couple other people to keep an eye on there. You have Divine Harbor. Okay, he's a senior, the fullback spot. He's got that experience in the game. He's going to have to do a lot of cleanup, I think, today. He's going to have to be making some cover tackles, so we're going to see if they can rely on him in the back to kind of clean up some of that mess.
They're also going to need a big game out of Falcon there at fly half. Now let's take a little closer look here at Fairfield, Darian, and their road to Houston and how they got here.
Oh, I think that it was a no-brainer for them to kind of come down to a little bit of warmer weather, but Fairfield here have some stellar competition here. A little bit of balance between the point differential, so you see that they do play some good attack, but they don't play the best of defense there. Being able to stop 232 points is, tough for them. So Fairfield hoping to kind of leap over the competition here, but maintaining their defensive structure might be tough. From there, we'll take a look at the scores here. Very close matches between American International College. We take a look against Dartmouth, which was a fan favorite going into the D1 competition. For them to be up there 14-43 and put on some points is not an easy feat, but Fairfield did it. And so now I just think they just have to get out here and play. I do really think that the weather is going to make a big difference for them. It's warm.
Let's talk about some of the players to watch here for the Stags, Darian.
Eamon O'Reilly, really fun to watch. He leads from the front. He's the captain of this side. And flanking on each edges, he really does a good job of working the ball and being dynamic there as the forwards kind of punch it through. From there, Archer Fenton from the fullback position. He's, again, great at that cleanup crew, being able to make those tackles when they count, and also going for the counter rucks I think is going to be important. Maybe some vulnerability around there, and he's the one to kind of take charge of that and to really be able to stick it to Texas Tech.
Let's take a look at the lineup here for the Stags. They've got a couple of Xavier products there in the front row. That's one of the best high school programs in the country, so you know they're going to be good in the scrum.
And a lot of experience, right? We'll talk about Bowles and Duddy. You'll hear the name a lot throughout this competition. They're going to control the scrum, especially on that left-hand side. And then from there, the back row really shows out. You've got the captain leading, as well as Henderson really loves to get the ball in hand.
All right, let's take a look at the backs here. Cassius Grimes, another one you're going to look at there in the second row. Sometimes pops to number 8 in attack.
Yeah, and Grimes, I mean, he likes to get dirty, and so does the back line there. Look for the connection between Conlon and McHale, and from there, Trainer and Thompson do a good job of finding themselves in open space and maintaining their width while they do the dirty work in the middle.
Well, let's talk about this game a little bit. All right, we got the Lone Star Conference here in Texas going up against the Liberty Conference. That's a pretty great matchup. You don't get a lot of crossover there.
That's what you love about bowl games, right? Because you can see team matchups you'll never, ever, ever see in a regular season. You're talking about a D1 program, D1's AA, regionally different. Just see what it's like, you know? It is so much fun to like get out here and play against an opponent that you would obviously never come across in your regular season duties.
I'm just looking at Zach here, and you take a look at this guy. He's from the same part of the country that Fairfield is, about the same complexion as all those guys, and he's melting, and he's not even playing rugby, Darian.
He's going down, and you got to hope that Fairfield were smart enough to hydrate before they came down here. We didn't even expect it. We sponsored ourselves on all long wear, and here we are now, I mean, roasting, but I don't know. I think that with Fairfield keeping that in mind, the competition, bringing people together just from across different walks of rugby, I think is really important to improve the competition here. I mean, we need that as we lead up to Rugby World Cups that are going to be coming to the United States, getting everybody the opportunity to play. That's what's going to be the bread and butter moving forward.
All right, well, who do you like in this one, Zach? Is it going to be Patrick Mahomes sitting at home watching his Texas Tech Red Raiders Rugby Club get the victory?
I think if they had him on the roster, they might have a better shot here. Maybe they give him a call, sneak him in. I know his PEV might not be registered right here, but I think it's going to be Fairfield all the way in this one. They're a very good team, played a lot of great competition this year, and like I said, Texas Tech on the right track, not there yet. Fairfield is going to be the ones to take it home.
Fairfield definitely all the way. I mean, the Stags, I'm just going to have to say it, that attack is going to be stellar, and I do not think that Texas Tech has it to be able to contain it.
All right, I think you guys are right. I like the Stags. Let's go down now to the sideline with Tyler Doidge, who has a pregame interview for us.
All right. It is the Lone Star Bowl. That's right. Texas natives, Texas Tech will be taking on Fairfield. Both of these teams know how to win a rugby game, and let me tell you, it is going to be a hard-hitting, expect some fast-paced, fast-running rugby. And who will hoist the Lone Star Bowl? Will it be Fairfield, or will Texas keep it here in the Lone Star State? Lance, only 80 minutes will tell.
Thank you so much, Tyler. We are just about ready to get this one underway. Tim Wilkes up here, joined in the booth by Lance Kavanaugh, Robert Fanning, our center referee for today, Elena Gregory, Joshua Bond, the ARs, and Dave Haynes hanging out down there as our TMO for this one. And Lance, we've got an excellent matchup here. 6 seniors on the squad for Texas Tech, no seniors, only 1 grad student for Fairfield. That might be the way that Texas Tech's able to get a hold of this one.
Yeah, and a good moment for both teams and players to raise their hand. It's a lot of consideration for all-star games and different. Oh, and we already got a try.
Texas Tech, the bounce of the rugby ball. Never know where it's going. This one squirts around, flirting with danger, and they're finally able to bring it home. Benjamin Trevathan, the 5'11 freshman out of Amarillo, dots it down.
And that might have been the fastest try I've ever seen in a rugby match. That is incredible. Unable to gather the ball on the bounce, can never let those kickoffs hit the ground. And you see why. The bounce of the ball can be so fatal, and an opportune time to really establish yourself in this match. Fairfield goes up and gets 5 points immediately.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, it just really goes to show you, Lance, how critical it is to make sure you catch that ball in the air on those kickoffs. Never know where it's going to end up after. Kick off the post, a strong kick, hits high and drops down. 5-0 the score for Texas Tech as they, like you said, Lance, that was what, within 10-12 seconds, get the first try of the match.
I don't think I'll ever see again in my life a try on the opening kickoff by the kicking team in the first 10 seconds, followed by a doink off the crossbar for the conversion. You talk about what a bowl game can be, the bounce of the ball, and these memorable moments for these seniors. This is going to be a good match. I can't wait to see what more happens. This is incredible already.
Gregory Matthews there, taking the kick, getting us underway. Texas Tech here in the black trim. The Fairfield Stags from Connecticut in the white trim with the red jerseys. Again, this Texas Tech squad, just like the College Rugby Show said, led from the front, a big forward pack, but a great boot. Again, pins Fairfield back deep. More bobbling of the ball, but this time they're able to take it and place it right down into touch. An excellent kick, but 2 times in a row we get some big pressure from the Red Raiders.
Yeah, and it looks like the boot is going to dictate early in this game. Able to clear the lines just a bit, but still backed up in their own end.
Need you there earlier. I'll give you the mark each time, okay?
And it just sets a good attacking platform for the first line out of the game.
Lance, I mentioned it earlier, but as the College Rugby Show stated, everybody on the side of the Fairfield Stags, but 11 underclassmen on this squad. I think Texas Tech, that hometown, the playing in the heat. A couple of things starting to go their way here as another penalty gets them back on the front foot.
Yeah, and already has the referee worrying about safety. Collapsing them all makes it so dangerous.
Here's your mark.
And with Fairfield now an opportunity to get closer and maybe show a little bit of different things. They'll have the 5-meter scrums. It looks like from about 8 meters out can set up for the first maul here. Or maybe just show their dominance on attack here.
Black, I need you there quicker.
Set this one up with the full line out, throwing all the big bodies they can at it. Try scorer from earlier, Benjamin Trevathan, the finance major, the freshman, he gets in there as well. There's the shove. They spin off to the right a little bit. Starts to fall apart, but they're able to hold strong. Now that's a carry. Into contact they go. The ball's placed there. Well done for the Red Raiders. Bring this one back out and continue the charge here through Milagros.
Yes.
Now they'll spin it. First chance for the back line to find some space. They'll just have to eat this one, take it into contact. An advantage being played. Back 10 go the Stags.
That's simply not good enough. Two rooks there where you're offside by a good half a meter. That was explicit. Off feet and hands in. I know you guys are better than that. Have a chat. Eamon, you have an option of hands in here or offside over there.
Offside too.
Okay, I'm letting him chat. Time is back on the line. Offside.
So Lance, 3 penalties in a row there for Fairfield. Take your pick, but not the way they're wanting to start this match.
Yeah, you definitely don't want the referee against you early on in this matchup, especially when they
Use the line. We are Black.
especially with
No huddle, Black. Let's go.
how relaxed this game setting
Black, no
could
huddle.
be. Find a moment just to showcase what you are and what you can do. Have the referee worrying about safety of the game and those kind of things will make it a hard day for you.
So Fairfield here in the black. They shove forward, looking for try number 2.
Short.
Sorry about that. Fairfield Stags in the black shorts. It's Texas Tech Rugby in the white. Fairfield's able to dive over, and they're earning themselves the second try of the match. Only 5 minutes in, all Fairfield.
Yeah, that was a lot going on in that ruck. I'm not actually sure who down the
I saw
ball.
a collapse there. That was borderline. I'm keeping a close eye, and you heard my warning.
Oh yeah, clearly.
Correcting scoreboard to 10-0 to Fairfield.
So the second try of the match. Apologies again on the names. Earlier it was Cassius Grimes, number 19, that got that first try of the match. Ian Thompson will look to strike this one home and put another 2 up on the board for Fairfield. Second time in a row off that left post. This one with a little bit of a glancing blow, knocks in and puts another 2 on the board for Fairfield.
And in a flash, it's 12-zip Fairfield.
And the match has already showcases a few things we rarely get to see. Another treat off of the post, but in, adding 2 points to that conversion. And already Fairfield seems to be settled in. The early penalties by Texas Tech is giving Fairfield great opportunities and able to rely on their forwards to finish that last try.
It's Roy Levy there. Big number 3, 280 pounds, getting us going with the boot. Love to see the big fellas with the strong feet. Now the space here on the right-hand side. 4 black jerseys into contact, and they are driving over that Red Raider defense. Spin this one back for the kick. And looking for space there in the back. None to be found. Scooped up by Falcon. And just clears this one out into touch. So consistent pressure here by Fairfield.
Yes. Okay, so yes, it's going to be a white ball up here.
And it was last touched by Fairfield. Texas Tech line out.
Touch by Black
Yeah,
in the air,
just
it's a white
bad
ball
luck
here.
on the charge down.
Come up. White,
Got
come
the
up.
ability to get their hands on the ball, able to pursue it there, but not enough to stop it. And unfortunately now, Texas Tech able to kick it out and keep the ball.
This one not
Okay, no
quite
advantage because of the knock.
straight.
Not straight.
Playing the advantage there, but it was knocked on by Fairfield, and they've chosen the scrum there off the not straight call.
We had a contest and it was not straight.
Yeah, it got a contest. Both teams attempting to lift, and unfortunately did not make it center of the tunnel.
Oh, yeah. Like this?
Yeah, get it cut off. You can bring someone on for the scrum, but get it
Forced
changed.
in to get the option. They don't want to throw another line out. Choosing to
You
go
can get
to
that
the
cinched off
scrum
and put it
here.
back in, all right?
So we'll set up here. 7 minutes into this Lone Star Bowl.
All right, let's go.
Followed with NCR over the
Crouch.
years. It's been Sam Houston
Bones.
State out of the Lone Star Conference. Winners
Set.
of 3 Lone Star Bowls in a row. The Red Raiders looking to keep that title here in Texas, but advantage being played to
9.
Fairfield.
Half
None
the time.
taken, and the penalty
Ball is
there
not
against
out.
Joe Delmark sends the Red Raiders back
Right.
10.
I don't expect to hear back from your players, okay? 9.
And just like that, again, just a little bit of ill discipline, and 9 has to stay central of that tunnel on those scrums. A little bit too eager defensively and force a penalty for his team.
If that happens again, it'll be 10 more meters, okay?
And
Interesting
listen to the
kick
referees
there.
talking about players talking back to him. Now we have to worry about the referees'
Keep the gap here.
thoughts against the other team and how they respond to them. They're putting themselves in a very bad position, especially
back,
with
maintain the gap.
Fairfield bringing
Thank you.
a really strong presence.
Very close kick on that last one. Looked like it might have gone into touch, but AR was right there for the spot. Here come Fairfield again, already scored off of 1 driving maul, and they're able to get it in number 2. Third try of the match for the Fairfield Stags.
And the maul has been working, and they took a trip when shopping for a try. And immediately, once they establish everyone's linked together in the drive, you can see multiple Texas Tech players being forced to the wrong side of that rolling maul, roll them right out of the way.
Subs? Oh,
And I'll get the
thank
number
you.
on the try score, but easily broken through. And just a great bit of team cohesion. Having a controller that's maul really makes you dangerous. And with Thomas Morales going in to score, adding 5 for his side.
And Miss Morales had 3 tries versus Fordham, all off of the driving mauls, so he is a big part of that engine room in those driving mauls. And he comes in and puts the 3rd try on the board. Conversion no good, but 17-0 with 3 unanswered tries by the Stags.
Offside
And you
line
just
to the
see
right.
how they're positioning themselves just to remove Texas Tech players out of the way. Well manufactured and well worked. And you can tell the link and the communication was strong, the way they just seamlessly moved around and through for that 5 points.
Morales, a hometown product out of Fairfield Prep there in Monroe, Connecticut. There's the kick. And right again, it's Fairfield putting that back three in desperate position. Over on the right-hand side, it's scooped up. But the kick, again, charged down, so the offsides line is thrown out. That's why there's no call here. Scooped up by the Red Raiders. Into contact goes Ryan Sunderman, the big 6'4" lock. This is what we expect more here from the Red Raiders, able to roll forward. Roy Levy lowers the boom. The fake there. Let's have to kick this one through. Played by an offsides player, and that'll be back 10 again for the Red Raiders.
20.
Unlucky
the
stuff
defensive
there.
pressure. Yeah, the defensive pressure just forcing errors. The kick not getting the touch, just finding a teammate, and unfortunately in the wrong position. Fairfield with a really dangerous attacking opportunity right here.
Quick tap for the Stags, and there goes the previous try score. Morales into contact 10 meters away for Fairfield. Here to the near side, O'Neal gets stopped, has the ball taken away out of there. Was knocked forward, advantage being played, I believe, for Fairfield. They've got numbers here on the near side. Great little step from Patrick McHale. Still on his feet, finally brought down. They'll reload. Not a lot of depth in that, and possibly line out or a offsides there. We'll come back here to the previous penalty.
Offside. Repeat. Offside. Repeat offenses.
It'll be Justin Bell, number 6, out for the Red Raiders for the next 10 minutes.
Your way on those, just let me know. Let's go, Black. We need a decision, please.
And just so unfortunate. So many multiple infringements. And the referee has had enough going into his pocket for essentially a team card. And Fairfield's again on attack.
Strong pressure. I think that was again Morales. Taking him near the line, leading that pack. Now here he is. 2 meters away. The Red Raiders stifle the attack from there. Henderson gives it a go. Inches away. They'll drive forward and get this one down. 4th try of the match for the Fairfield Stags.
Whoa. Roy, this is 13 minutes in. I'm not going to continue like this. If your players don't start complying, I'll have to ask them to leave the field, okay? Thank you.
And this is just brute power from this forward pack. And they're waving in, scrum half waving in players. They know they're going to continue to get the ball back to the forwards, but no work, extra work needed.
Thank you very much.
Able to dot it down on the other side of that ruck. And just the power of this forward pack. Whenever it's their chance up, they had a quick tap around the 15-meter line, and it only took a few phases, and they were in.
Set up for another conversion, 1 of 3 on the day. That one just off the mark, no good. But the 4th try on the board here for the boys in Blacklands.
Yeah, and the ball is in the bottom of that ruck. A disattachment from one of the lead ruckers now opens the ball up. And his eligibility to pick the ball up. And he's already in such a great body height and position. Once he had the ball tucked away, it was just a leg drive and a fall. And Fairfield extends this lead. It started from the very beginning.
I believe that was Halloran Gannon with the try. Lowered his body height, shoved his way in. Another kick immediately off of the restart. Scooped up in the back here by Falcon. Has to throw one to the wayside. Spins out of another. But the offload does not come to hands. Another possession, about 15 seconds worth of ball in hand for the Red Raiders.
Black ball here. Let's go, Black.
And whenever they do get it, it's always deep in their own territory. In positions where they have to clear their lines and get space. And the tactical kicking battle by Fairfield is giving them a strong advantage.
I believe that's Tog O'Neal, number 22, doing a good bit of that kicking, sending it over and flipping the pitch each and every time here off these restarts. Possibly kind of brought that one in from the side, down from the side, but we play on here. Fairfield,
Timing
numbers
set.
on the outside. Advantage being played. Possible offsides there as we saw the Red Raiders shoot up hard.
Back foot.
They're able to keep ball in hand are the Stags. Into contact. Eamon O'Reilly, the captain,
There's a player down.
Good ball here.
is there. It's Liam Conlon, the 6'2"
Clear now,
finance
black ball,
major.
Black scrum to restart.
Sophomore down there.
No. No, just
But boy, Lance, it has been all Fairfield in this one from the first 10 seconds of the match.
Yeah, and it looks like it was a good chance to get around the corner, but tackled right as the ball was moved away. Big hit, shoulder, and head is away. That's just the physical contact. The
Time is
timing
off.
looks
We're reviewing for
about
foul
right. But they're going to go up to check upstairs to see if it was late. Just an absolute monster hit in the middle of the
ball
field
where it
there.
is.
It's Holden Newland, 6'1" out of
Coming up.
6'1" junior out of McKinney, Texas. Lowers the boom
Thank you.
there. Yeah, just fully
foul play is
turned,
cleared.
ribs exposed.
Time is back on. Scrum down black. Black in
But all
possession.
good, says the referee.
Yeah,
Scrum
the
here at
timing
Stags.
the timing of the hit looked good. The body position was good. But those are the ones you remember for sure. He's going to have to be cautious for the rest of the match, not open himself up for such a big hit.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Biggest thing here for the Red Raiders, need to get some ball in hand, but the Fairfield Stags have been outstanding so far. There's a beautiful little offload, but just a little forward. Archer Fenton, number 15, almost came away with that one and took it the distance, but we'll come back there to the forward pass.
Same standards for your team. Speak with 23.
And a great opportunity. Shifting the ball immediately to the middle of the field with attackers on the left and the right.
Yeah, no issue so far.
Looked like his arm might have been hit on the delivery and the ball was just pushed a little bit forward. And unfortunately, because there is a wave of Fairfield attackers, and that could have been another try to add on. Good defense on the back part by Texas Tech.
Crouch.
18th minute of this match.
Guys, come up.
Just not stable enough there for a referee, so we'll reset. We'll take a look at the opposite side of the scrum. About 18 minutes into this match. Texas Tech just trying to catch their bearings here. Little ball in possession here off of the back of the scrum would be huge for them. Put in here coming from Holden Newland.
Bind. Better.
Just made that big hit. Excuse me, that's Delmark with it. Shoved back a little, starts to blow up.
3, up at an angle. Pushing up.
And up it went there from Fairfield, so the penalty is on. Back 10 go the Stags. Into contact, they're able to make a good 8 meters off of the quick tap. Space on the far side, through the hands of Chinyanya. And a little bit of space here for the winger. Big time collision. Divine Harbor took it into contact. Now the battle in the counter ruck. Almost scooped up by the Red Raiders, but the Stags fell on top and secured possession.
Take it in. Ball's available.
Keep it in tight. Grimes already
Take
with
it
one
in.
try. And again, the boot. In from O'Neal. Taken in the back here by Divine Harbor. Harbor, the senior, looking for some space. Beautiful little offload just before contact arrived. Now they've got numbers here on the near side. Marlo Falcon will take this one the distance. The 6'2" junior puts the Red Raiders up on the board.
And the attack started from Divine Harper on the back end, taking the shot to get the ball away. And from there, it was a foot race. And Texas Tech gets all the way to the try line. Gabriel, ability to catch the ball and get it away. And once the ball is caught, he knew he was free. Arm in the air to celebrate. But this split of the defense here and the one-handed offload
Oh, just line with me.
on
You
the
30
far
seconds.
side, just a great bit
Yes.
of play for Texas Tech and a well-earned 5 points with an easy conversion to come.
Splashes it down and gets the Red Raiders
20.
on the board for the first time. Again, this is a Texas Tech squad. Was in the Tier 1 of Lone Star the last few years,
10.
dropped down to Tier 2 and absolutely dominated this year. 5-0 on the year, 35-10 the average score there in Tier 2, but ran into the buzzsaw that is a Texas A&M Aggies in playoffs, could not progress, but showing a bit of athleticism here in Houston.
Okay. Yeah. Keep an eye. Thank you.
Yeah, just the connection and the speed. That offload away from the defender,
You went up at the
able to
line,
make
I
a
need
clean
back
pass backwards,
Yeah,
and
you're
that was the
coming up.
pass that
So keep your back straight.
opened the
forward.
lid.
Yeah,
And
I
Texas
was
Tech
going up
getting
from the
points
start.
back after Fairfield showing bits of ill discipline in moments.
Thank you.
Looks like Texas Tech has a little bit of life here for the second part of this
Thank
first
you.
half.
All right, on you 11.
Try score Falcon, one of 6 seniors on this Texas Tech squad, so they're going to have to dig deep into the experience as they start cutting into the lead. A 17-point advantage for Fairfield here. That one trickled all the way out into touch. Texas Tech line out.
No huddle, right? Maintain the gap at the back here. Thank you. Yeah,
Put this
all good.
one together. Joseph Moley, the coach for the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking them through the season here in the Lone Star Conference. First year the Lone Star Conference part of NCR. And again, Texas A&M making their presence felt in D1 AA, coming up just short though.
Leave it. Leave each other.
Tennessee, our champions from earlier today, are the ones that knocked them out. But it's knocked on here by the Red Raiders inside their own 22. With 18 minutes left to play, it'll be a Fairfield put into the scrum.
And it looks like Texas Tech were establishing for a kick. Eamon O'Reilly gets a shoulder in late.
It was the I think it was you saying.
No one's paying attention. He sees that as a great opportunity. That little bit forced the ball out, knocked forward, and just a little bit of physicality to get the ball back.
Sit.
Space here on the near side. Beautiful little take from the back. Tyshawn Henderson
Have a look at that, please.
brings the Stags
Ball's available.
15 meters away. Pick and go here. Nobody in the back to be able to take this one. They'll come in and a pick and drive there from the try scorer, Cassius Grimes, the
Go
freshman.
tackler. No.
Brings them a little further.
Need to refer it. We got a referral.
Pick and goes. Defensive tenacity being shown by the Red Raiders. And now the Stags will spin it back to the left-hand side. Little pass there in from Duddy. Doesn't find any openings, but now they've got a 3-on-1 on the outside. A little bit of space opening up. They'll split the defense, and Archer Fenton puts it home for the next try for the Fairfield Stags.
Yes. First of all,
There might have been some contact.
Dave, I have 2 things for you, please. I want to check a potential head contact on the ball carrier over here. I want to clear that first of all.
And it might not have grounded that cleanly either.
So, checking that first. How are you on the ground?
Clear.
So you're grounding?
Clear,
Thank you. Okay. And Dave, pending that decision, we have a try here. Alana has a grounding.
Our AR crew confirms the grounding. Now we're just looking. I think, Lance, it might be off of the hit as they tried to swing it wide. There's the defensive stand there for the Red
Where's
Raiders.
when the
You
AR
already see the flag out there, yeah, from the AR, so must have been in the lead up there.
Yeah.
There was mitigation, but I still recommend a yellow card.
Okay.
We're just waiting on verification.
Yeah.
See the pick and goes there. Haven't really seen anything that would alert anything. There's the possible head contact right there.
We just had it just there.
Coming into it, Lance.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I
From
have
that angle, it looks
Okay.
looks like he got more shoulder and ball, but as he leaned in a reverse angle,
So
clearly
my key there,
across
Dave,
the
what
brow.
I'm seeing is head of 15 white makes contact with the shoulder of the black ball carrier, so I don't have any foul play there. Do you agree? Thank you. Okay. And we have a grounding over here, so we're going to go back and award the try to black.
So again, that
No,
try was
Alana
already
confirmed
confirmed
the
by the
grounding, so we're
far
good there, but
AR.
thank you.
So it will be a
Time is back
try
on.
there for Fairfield. Good job by our team
No
of
foul
3
play.
and the TMO to make sure.
Try was good.
Try awarded for Fairfield.
Yeah, and so much happened before that first bit of contact.
It ended up
Fairfield
being
finding
two.
the space
One thing
and
became
just
two things.
manipulation. 2 hands
I'm
on
good
the
now, thank you,
ball.
though. Yeah, on the 15.
2 hands on the ball to get through that line.
We got 50
It's just
seconds
incredible
left for
bit
that.
of play from Fairfield, attacking straight up and down and forward.
Yeah, let's do that. Thank
And
you.
I was confused. I
yeah.
wasn't sure about the grounding earlier, and now at this angle,
Yes,
it looked
Dave.
like it might have got. Looked like it might have got hit out of his hands.
Time.
It's Brighton Chinyanya. And we are going to have another look here. Play under review as they came in. And again, it was that big hit from Brighton Chinyanya that might have jarred it loose, Lance.
Let's go back to the
Yeah,
footage
just-
again, please.
Chase defense, never give up, never say die. And I mean, these are molecules, split seconds.
Okay, yeah, Dave, that's
Just
fair.
that
Thank you for
chopping
that.
right hand. Able to
No
punch
try.
his arm.
We have it
What an
knocked on
incredible
in
bit
goal. Goal line dropout. The knockdown occurred in goal.
Saw the red
No,
flag
not
there
now.
in Joseph
It's over
Mully's
the field.
pocket. Came out. Another TMO review. They'll able to turn
is
this
back
one
on.
over. And Texas Tech will have the
Must go
goal
5
line
meters,
drop
make sure
here
your players
between
are
the
behind it.
posts. Roy Levy, the big 6'4",
Guys, make sure you're behind the kicker.
280-pound senior out of
Thanks, front
Frisco,
top, please.
Texas.
Thank you. All the other back line. Thank you, gents. Yes, on you,
Step
right?
up and take this one for the Red Raiders. Got to keep it in play. Did so nicely, but it's scooped up here on the near side. That's Cassius Grimes, who came away with the first try of the match. 10 seconds into it. He secures possession, and now Fairfield continue to push.
Okay, ball's available.
Comes out, and they're able to scoop it out and keep things moving. Out to the far side. Take it into contact. Here through Mullen. Scrummy just had to dive on it. Red Raiders on the top of it, trying to rip it out of there. Not released. Turnover back to Texas Tech.
Amen.
And that is just one-man
I'm hearing some nine
domination.
now. I don't want this. Thank
Ryan
you.
Sonderman able to force the tackle on his feet, clear, established position, and able to get the ball back for these Red Raiders.
Kick looking for a touch. Flirting with the line. It does look
Touch
like
there.
lands there. We're able to make the
Water
catch
break.
and just tried to
Quick
sling
water
it back in, but
Water
toes
break.
hit the
Water
deck.
break. Water break.
Have a quick water
water
break
break.
here for the next couple of minutes, but Fairfield Stags
Flag, yeah,
with a
perfect.
tremendous performance in the first 25 minutes. Lance, just the one try here late, but that was 22 unanswered points to start this one off.
Yeah, Fairfield out of the gate getting an early try within the first 30 seconds of the game, 15 seconds of the game. Continued with a bit of forward dominance, forward play. But Texas Tech, never say die, never quit. Found a well-worked team try, countering back. And I mean, a bit of defensive stand here on the try stop. You know, they found themselves with great opportunity.
And if you're just joining us today, we have already crowned one national champion. Tennessee Volunteers got it done there in their match against Bowling Green. We've still got one more final, the D1 final. St. Bonaventure taking on Queens coming up next. Let's take a look here at the first few tries of the match, Lance.
Yeah, it looked like maybe the wind caught the ball, but just allowing it to bounce too many times and finally When he finally got his hands on the ball, it was too much pressure. Defenders there and just forced a knock on. And here, we're just watching a bit of this Fairfield forward dominance, working multiple mauls early on to get space, a pick and go, another one. And they just found a way to be dominant as a forward pack. And what can be said, finally, after going through so much adversity at the beginning part, Texas Tech fight back, respond back, find themselves here around midfield with the ball with a great attacking opportunity or just time to clear their lines.
So time back on there after the water break, a fight for it up in the air. Milagres knocked it back to the Red Raiders, and they're able to secure possession off the line out. Hard charging run, doesn't crack the gain line, and they'll look to reload through the backs this time. Defense comes up, playing havoc there. Tad O'Neill did a good job in the defensive end, but the second effort, tremendous there from the Red Raiders as they're able to keep things moving. Close to midfield now. Off to the right, Levy lowers the boom there. Throws all 280 pounds at the defense. Now stood still. Chinyanya dances around a couple, makes something out of nothing again over that midfield stripe. Kind of catching that one a bit flat-footed. It's Ryan Sunderman, and now the Red Raiders. Full speed into contact, getting the gears cranked up. Back here to Levy. Continue to progress their way down the pitch. Extremely important for support to arrive quickly. Beautiful little pass there from Chinyanya, finds Bartman. Bartman with the offload. Backwards says the referee, and keeps things moving. 12 minutes till halftime here. Spinning out to the right-hand side, but Fairfield more than ready and waiting. Newland takes it into contact, but we're going to come back here.
Captains.
Referee wants to have a chat with the captains.
Captains, quickly. We've had enough stoppages. Captains, quickly. All right. I gave very clear instruction after the ruck here for it to be left. These players continued on. I didn't like the way you spoke. I don't want to hear any of that again. From either of you, I don't want to see anything after the whistle again. Because of your verbals, I'm going to award a penalty against you. Captains, we discussed this before the game. Please take control. Foul play here.
So Lance, it's the Red Raiders that get sent back 10. A little dissent and too much talking there from Texas Tech.
Yeah, and there must have been extracurriculars after a ruck happened outside of my frame. Looks like they're wrestling right there. They fall to the ground. And maybe a little bit of shoving right behind the referee. He was able to spot it and just taking away this Red Raiders momentum. They were really building phases there.
Trying to get those engines cranking again. Divine Harbor, the senior out of Rockwall, takes it forward, earns his team the penalty. He'll take the quick tap here. Good enough, says the referee. He's stranded, though. Needs to hold this one up a little bit, but it's ripped away from him. The Stags back in possession, up by 15. The Red Raiders have played much better here the last 10 minutes or so.
You're looking for it, come on.
Great work from our referee. You're looking for it. No real obstruction there. And another big kick. Finds some space and trickles all the way out. The kicks have been absolutely perfect here from the Fairfield Stags throughout this first half, Lance.
Yeah, and just a momentum shift there, a 50-22. So many things that you in this match have happened that you don't get to see that often, all in one first half. In one first 30 minutes, an incredible kick bouncing off the upright in the corner, and that leads to a 5-meter line out. And they've been working these mauls and rolling mauls so efficiently, it just sets up another opportunity for this Fairfield side.
Set this one up here. Up high goes O'Reilly, able to get it down. Tommy Morales secures possession, but they're able to slow things down. He peels off, but can't find a whole lot of space out of there, and the Stags keep it moving. Into the hands of Conlon. Conlon
Roll 12.
Steps out of one tackle, brings it 3 meters away. Counter ruck there from the Red Raiders. shoves him back into the pile, but a big-time push from Luke Bowles gets over and scores the try for the Fairfield Stags.
And after able to pull down that maul and create an opportunity for themselves, Texas Tech, Fairfield able to build phases, attack to one side of the field and back to the middle, and towering run from the big man. I mean, this camera angle will show it to you perfectly. The step inside and out, almost gets through, and set up that ruck so close to the try line is danger, left and right. You got to protect the ace slots as well. But just a booming run by Luke. And you can see the energy after he score. And his Fairfield team is strong today.
When we spoke before the match, you gave me your commitment, your players gave me your commitment. Hang on. That there would not be any appealing after the
Kick
match.
off the mark, no good. And you hear our referee, Andy Fagan, still chatting here with his Red Raider squad, asking for discipline. Kick was good there, so 29 points up on the board for Fairfield. Luke Bowles, again, the freshman out of Xavier High School in New York City. 6'3", 260. Just too much power there as he shoves his way through. Off the pitch here, Quinn Henry taken out by the trainers. So 10 minutes left to play here in Lance. Fairfield finally able to get right back into dominance here, but it's taken up top and did not go the required 10. Close though.
Retake or scrum at the 50. Scrum. Scrum called, not 10. Okay, thank you.
And these small details are just little bits to add to a little bit of the frustration that Texas Tech have had in moments. When able to keep the ball, they've been sound. But Fairfield has been given so many great attacking platforms, using a tactical kicking game in the first bit of the match. Now 50 midfield scrum. It gives so many attacking options here.
No, it's a minute. It's about 30 seconds.
Tim Wilkes and Lance Kavanaugh from Great American Rugby on the social media platforms, taking you through this Lone Star Bowl. Still have one more match on the docket later today, so stay tuned. And then we've got the D2, D3 finals tomorrow on Championship Sunday. This one falls apart there in the middle of the scrum, so we'll reset. But Lance, has been a terrific weekend of rugby. D1, AA earlier in the day, D1 still to come.
Yeah, and when we're talking about crowning champions, D1 AA, D1, the best of the best in the nation. I mean, the match that we had before was good. The match that we'll be leading into after this one is going to be an absolute tussle for the crown.
Bind. Set.
Put in here again, that one will be St. Bonaventure taking on Queens. Big shove from the Red Raiders. And a victory here. They'll take that small one, put it under their belt. 8 minutes left to go here in the first half. But they are in desperate need of more points, as Fairfield has been tremendous and playing near perfect rugby throughout the first half.
Yeah, and that's just a great way to hit back for the forwards. Maybe Fairfield's been able to get the maul going. They've been able to pick and go and deliver a little bit. But when that forward pack can push a scrum over and get that penalty, it's a great bit of confidence for that group.
See the wind pushing that one off to the right a little bit, blowing left to right, about 8 to 10 miles an hour. Probably well welcomed here for the Fairfield Stags. 80 degrees here, beautiful December day in Houston, Texas, and it's ripped away, taken out of there by the Stags, and they continue to push forward. Bring this one back, into contact goes Morales, already with one try on the day, out of that driving maul. Again, he's had 3 in a match previously, earlier in the year. This time, Fagan gets into the action. Fairfield was in possession, so they'll have to put into the scrum.
Yeah, it's just a little bit in the way.
Behind you, we're standing up.
And you're
Can't
in
say
the
that you
he's
and I
in the right position.
haven't done that before, though, Lance. Difficult stuff getting around the rucks as a referee.
Yeah, that happens pretty much, especially early on, and especially in fast-moving, high-energy games like this. It looked like he was in a good position to not be in the way, but the double pump just nothing more he can do.
The detriment there of all referees, but a good first half in the books here for Fagan. Opportunity now for the Stags. Beautiful little backhanded pass, finds Fenton. Fenton around the final defender, drags one last one into the tri-zone with him. Number 2 for Archer Fenton, the freshman out of Rye, New York, brings it home for Fairfield.
And Archer looked like he was shot straight out of a bow himself. Once the space was there and the offload flip, backhand flip there, 2-on-1 against the fullback, options to pass, options to attack. And that move right there, leaving ankles on the ground.
30 seconds.
Fairfield found a way to break through, and all they needed was a little bit of room. Here's just too many options left and right. And in slow motion, watching the ball carrier slide into the tri-zone is devastating. And Fairfield continues to add to this amazing attacking showcase they put on today.
Kick up, but just off to the left-hand side. That was Patrick McHale, number 23, with that beautiful backhanded pass to find the streaking Fenton. Opened up things fully, and a great, well-worked play off the back of that scrum.
And I mean, that move right there, the inside-out weave. I mean, going one-on-one against that is an absolute nightmare. You find yourself on highlight reels when you have numbers going against you in that way. Just an amazing step and quickness.
So the Red Raiders send this one high up into the Houston sky, taken deep. Back there by Tad O'Neill. He's been the driving force with that boot. Sends that ball all the way out into touch. Good work there as they'll flip the pitch back here to the Red Raiders on their half.
Come on, Black. Need you there sooner. White, no huddle. Yeah, that's your mark. White, you're here. I need you there early. 1.
4 minutes left to play here in the first half of action. That beautiful Gilbert Innovo rugby ball. Same one used in the Rugby World Cup. Comes in here, one of the big-time sponsors, Gilbert, here for NCR. Off to the right-hand side come the Fairfield Stags as they continue to push, looking to stretch the lead. 27 points, not enough for them. Advantage being played. Red Raiders were offsides. Beautiful little grubber through, and again the ball bounces up right into the awaiting hands. Huge try there for Fairfield.
All right, I do have a grounding. We have a conversation.
As we listen in.
Okay, Dave, I'm going to award a try here. We're comfortable with the grounding. If you see anything in terms of foul play that might be additional, let us know. Time is back on. Try is good.
Well worked there. Archer Fenton comes up and scoops up the beautiful grubber kick, Lance.
Yeah, and just again, trusting too much bounce by the Texas Tech defense and just the skill, able to have it drive low, pop up the way that it did. And again, so many of these Fairfield players are showing their class. Great bit of skill, great finish. But Texas Tech has to pounce on those loose balls.
I want to call it a little bit of luck, but they've done a great job with these kicks. The bounce of the rugby ball, you never know where it's going to go. But boy, they have been excellent placing these kicks in just the right spots.
Time is up, and you've got 20 seconds on your kick. Thank you.
Fairfield will step up to try and take this one and put it another 2 points ahead here for the Stags. And this one perfectly up and through. A good first half there in the books, but the Fairfield Stags have been tremendous in this one. Scored 10 seconds or so into the match, 40-7. Your score as we enter the halftime break. We'll send it down to Tyler Doyd, roaming the sidelines.
For sure, man. Stand by. Here on the Fairfield sideline, head coach. Coach, pretty dominant first half there. What did you like that you saw out of your guys?
I like that we are sticking to our script, playing their end, kick chase, launch off strong set pieces.
And offensively, you've been dominant. What are you going to do defensively in this half to maintain your lead?
Well, we got to make Texas Tech play the length of the field. They've demonstrated the ability to score, off of a turnover or counterattack. So we certainly can't take our foot off the gas, but they haven't given up, and neither can we, especially with how big some of those boys over there are. So as the game wears on, right, they might wear us down a bit, but we've got to stay disciplined, stay structured, and continue to play our plan.
We definitely hear you emphasizing the hustle. We appreciate it, Coach. Best of luck in the second half.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
All righty, guys. Well, the second half will be underway here in the Lone Star Bowl when we get back, but don't go anywhere. We got the College Rugby Show coming up next.
Hello and welcome back to the College Rugby Show live here in sunny Houston, Texas, SaberCat Stadium. Halftime of the Lone Star Bowl. Get the Fairfield Stags up 41-7 on Texas Tech. No surprise, really, Zach.
No, not really. I think we both, or all of us, thought this was going to be a pretty one-sided contest, and Fairfield proving their mettle here in this one. Pretty good performance from the first half.
All right, Darian, let's talk us through this first half here a little bit. Obviously, Fairfield showing some skill. Texas Tech did get one on the board, though.
We did, and we saw it through their number 10 Fokin, and we'll see it through the highlight reel as we take a look. Right from the jump, within 30 seconds, already Fairfield had some storming defense here. Caught the ball a little off kilter, and with the knock on, they just pummeled their way through multiple tries here, dominating at possession and dominating at the line. Just unable to field it cleanly is Texas Tech there, and they're just not able to compete with the physicality. The pick and goes have worked really well for the Fairfield, and there we take a look at Texas Tech's sole try through Fokin there through the sticks, and that really helped Texas Tech rally, but not against big runs like the pack of the Fairfield Stags. Carving it up in the middle was the final try, and that was Fenton who was able to get through on the line, and then we saw a couple of chip kicks. Poor game management there from the back has just been the kryptonite of this Texas Tech side, but you just see that they're still happy and still excited to be here, and energy is still pretty high for the Texas Tech side.
Yeah, absolutely. They got a score on the board. They know they can play with these guys a little bit. Fairfield showing some real skill. The chip kick through. I mean, they're a good team. They play really good competition all year, and we're seeing that the Liberty Conference might just be a cut above than the Lone Stars Act.
I think that does show you just how the quality of the other teams in that division as well. I mean, you got to play Brown a lot of the times of the year. You know, AIC, very good team. Like a lot of schools that are and they're fourth in that whole division there, and they seem to be like a very talented side. A lot of good rugby IQ out there.
Absolutely. The Red Raiders, they're putting it in. They're bringing in the effort. They're going to have to bring the effort this second half. The Lone Star Bowl, been won traditionally by teams from the Lone Star State. Sam Houston won it last year. I think the trophy might be going all the way back northeast, though, the 41-7 halftime lead. All right, let's talk a little bit about, we have no D2, D3 action today. Those finals are going to be tomorrow. We'll crown those champions. But Division II Players of the Year, let's dive in and look at some of these finalists that we have. We've seen some really fantastic players already. This weekend, Maxton Buckingham was great for UNC Wilmington yesterday. Jack Warobel, they went head-to-head in an absolutely physical encounter. Reinhard Stipp was awesome for Grand Valley State before he got hurt. And then Malcolm Johnson of IUP, not here this weekend, scored a ton of tries. And Will Johnson from Chicago, fantastic. Zach, who stuck out for you?
Yeah, I think Malcolm Johnson has had a great year at that outside center spot for IUP. Big shoes to fill, obviously, with Dom Holmes, the graduation for the Crimson Hawk. And I think Johnson stepped right in and made it his own, and it was really a threat anytime he touches the ball to score. He has a single-season try record for a 7th season. He set last year with 46, but he probably came close to that number this year as well in the 15. It doesn't matter what code it is. Doesn't matter where he is on the field. He'll score at will, and he's a very speedy, talented, athletic player.
Anybody raising their hand this weekend for you, Darian?
Definitely Maxton Buckingham all the way. The way that he's just been able to have this unending electricity for the team, I think really makes him stand out, especially as the workhorse of the side. He's a flank who really just knows how to bring the energy when it's needed. He's consistent and he's ruthless, and that's exactly what you want in a back row player. He's always going to stick out to me.
Look, Reinhard Stipp is my guy. I'm putting his name up. That's my vote if we had one. Grand Valley State, I would draft you very high if I had the chance. Now let's look at the Division III finalists for Player of the Year. And, man, these guys are just as good as the other ones we just talked about. John Cox, the man, the myth, the legend. He was 7 feet tall out there yesterday, and it took 100 people to tackle him, even though Holy Cross came up short. River Hansen for Duke, same thing. A football crossover, played rugby as a youth, and then went and played football at Duke, switched back to rugby. He's been outstanding. Josh Colvin for Nichols, a team you know well. They were a Holy Cross opponent this year. Joe Bob Molesky, probably the main reason Franciscan finds himself playing for a Natty tomorrow. And Zach Harrington, also on the other side of tomorrow's Natty for Slippery Rock.
You think I would probably pick a fellow Zach in this one because, I have to support the other Zachs out there, but I got to go with my guy, John Cox. That's going to be my pick. He's just a do-it-all guy, grit, determination, high-character guy, just super uber athlete out there. You saw the force, that he brings to the field and the impact he can make in all facets of the game.
Yeah, totally. That could have been, what Jim Brown would have looked like playing college rugby, that's John Cox. Darren, anybody you love?
Yeah, he gets the ball going forward, and I think that's one of the most commendable things about him. My fan favorite, though, who does get the go forward is Joe Molesky, the scrum half from the Barons there. His ability to direct traffic when the Barons have a lot of talent across the board here. They're one of our finalists, and for good reason. And, Molesky all the way for me.
Absolutely. From the wilds of Fort Scott, Kansas, St. Martin's, that is a rugby factory, and Joe Bob is one of the absolute stars coming from it. Now let's go down for an interview with the Texas Tech coach from our man Tyler Doige on the sideline.
I'm here on the Texas Tech sideline with head coach. Coach, obviously you're down a little bit. What'd you tell your guys to boost them up for the second half?
Don't worry about the cameras. They're camera shy. The rest of them on camera, so yeah.
And
we didn't have the ball too much, and then now hopefully the second half we come back a little bit.
And as far as defense, what are you guys going to do defensively to stop their strong offense? Obviously, you want to hold them to the points they're at now and obviously put some more points on the board.
I'll just get confidence. He's like I said, camera shy. He's pretty much camera shy. And now we have the talk, like two-man tackle, and then little by little.
Well, don't worry. Here at Next Level Rugby, we'll make sure the cameras only make them look good. Best of luck in the second half, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, guys, let's get the second half of the Lone Star Bowl underway.
Just having a quick prayer. Okay.
Thank you so much, Tyler. Just about ready here for the last 40 minutes of the Lone Star Bowl. Terrific first half, but Lance, it was the Stags early and often, doing it in all different ways with the kicks, the driving mauls, and a little bit of luck of the bounce of the ball.
Yeah, when everything's going like that, it takes a special kind of performance to overdo that. The Liberty Conference has so many good teams, and Fairfield being one of them. Showing up today in the Lone Star Bowl getting a bunch of points in that first half.
No huddle. Gentlemen, no huddle. I need you there sooner to set the front, okay? Thank you.
This is the Lone Star Bowl that has been dominated the last few years by the Sam Houston State Bobcats, 3 in a row.
Number 16, too many.
Too many numbers here for the Stags, so they'll get sent back 10. Great call from Fagan, our referee.
16.
Quick tap there off the free kick. Looked like it tried to do a little skip pass there, but it's snagged out of the air there by Levy. And now some space here on the near side. Texas Tech looking to start the second half on the front foot. Scooped up by Chinyanya. Back off to the left. Delmark continues the charge on the far side of the pitch. Nice little 1-2 pass from the big man inside. Now Delmark will just have to take this one forward. Delmark, the freshman scrum half, trying to find something to do with it. A little bit of space on the left, but the Stags more than ready to come up and meet him behind the gain line. Sunderman, 6'4", 265. He can't find any space around there either. There's the offload and the break they're looking for. Big time burst from the number 8. Holden Newland brings it home, slams it down, and gives Texas Tech their second try of the match.
And amazing bit of setup play. It looked like that was well worked and rehearsed. The double ruck, the flashing run by the forward, brings in multiple defenders, and holding a little back before bursting through the line. And he burst through two layers, the forwards and the backs. The swan dive try. And Texas Tech again showing that they can put points on the board. Shy about the cameras in the first half, but figured it out. And they're right here in your living room scoring this amazing team try.
Thank you.
Yeah, again, this is a Texas Tech squad. First time here in the Lone Star Bowl. First time playing under the big scoreboard here in SaberCat Stadium, and they are starting to shine here. A couple of good big-time tries. And that one again, Holden Newland, the 210-pound junior marketing major out of McKinney, Texas, puts it close enough to allow the Red Raiders to jam home the conversion as well. 41-14 the score.
And just the holding of space. And once the gap was available, Holden found himself slicing right through. And you can just see a little bit of that energy from this Texas Tech side. They fighting for something. They're playing for something. And it shows up in the enthusiasm of that try.
Exactly how Coach Mully said they needed to perform here. A little camera shy there in the first half. Never really been on this big stage before. Got beat 59-5 by the Texas A&M Aggies in the playoffs. But now here on the national stage in the second half, looking a lot better. Fairfield Stags, though, trying to keep this one in complete control. The boys in black look for some space here. Numbers on the outside and a penalty advantage here as the Red Raiders were offsides and possibly there a second time in a row. Chip kick up and over the defense will trickle out into touch and we'll come back here for the penalty.
And just the speed of this Fairfield attack.
Time off this player. And offside here. Offside the whole back line. All the back line. I have 8
the referees
with 2 conversions.
Referee saying the entire back line was offsides, meaning that Fairfield is playing so fast, players can't even get in their proper position before the ball is in play again.
Bring on the sub.
Moving at a breakneck speed today.
15 coming off.
Yeah, usually as a referee, Lance, you're just looking for a number, maybe 1 or 2
here.
players, but they're the entire side. No need for the single number on that one. Good job spotting the offsides line and seeing the Red Raiders pushing up a little heavy.
Time is back on.
We are back and ready for more action here. Fairfield with the penalty. Center of the pitch, and they'll just look to slam this one towards the sideline and set up that driving maul that they've been so good with throughout the day. 12 meters away for the Fairfield line out. See the Gilbert ball there. Make sure you go to worldrugbyshop.com to secure one of yours. The Innovo ball Some perfect flight there, right down the middle here. And the Fairfield Stags look to reload. Send that ball back to its home in the tri-zone. But stifled off of the driving maul. Good work from the Red Raiders. Space here. There's the split in the defense. Morales, who's usually in that driving maul, comes out in the back line and pushes his way forward. Continues to drive. Scooped up here in the back. McLean,
18 on 15.
but couldn't get it out of there in time. The penalty earned by the Red Raiders, a big-time defensive stand.
And at the perfect time, they figured out how to defend these rolling mauls, and it's really forcing Fairfield to have to play phases instead of moving forward with the slow creep, pushing that defensive line back. Tackle, last stitch, not held, they say. But the referee is commenting on that shove there and the body position.
Let's go, White.
Looks like it was wrapped around his head, and Texas Tech defense holding strong.
We saw the strategy in the first half for Fairfield time and time again off of just about every restart. They were booting it 50 meters back down the field, had the win at their backs. It's the Red Raiders now with that 10-mile-an-hour advantage. Great work to be able to secure possession. Roy Levy takes it out. And you see the speed of this defense. They try to get it all the way out there, but it's almost knocked. Hit forward, says the referee, and scooped up the back. Here comes Sunderman. Beautiful fend at midfield, runs over a would-be tackler. And has the Red Raiders back in good attacking position.
No clear lift.
Delmark off to the right-hand side, keeps it in tight. Fairfield always looking for the poach. Not sure if he fully released there. Ball came out anyway. The referee was thinking about blowing the whistle there. Offsides advantage being played. A little too aggressive from the Stags. Dirk Payton shows some aggression, pushing over here for the Red Raiders. Back to the near side. Chinyanya takes it himself. Thought about the offload. Good job taking possession, and they've secured the advantage off of that penalty previously. Made a good 25 meters as they continue to march their way down the pitch. A strong 7 minutes of action, but it all comes apart. Scooped up here in the back by Tad O'Neill. He's got numbers, tries to kick it through, but it's taken back by the Red Raiders. Crisis averted. Almost lost it again there in the tackle. Eventually had it knocked on, though.
I don't want to hear
a lot more aggression, but better stuff here from the Red Raiders in the second half, Lance.
Yeah, and they found
9 black off.
Strong bit of attack, charging run. Big contact in the middle of the field. Texas Tech bringing the physicality to this Fairfield side. But Fairfield defense, nifty, figure out a way to get the ball back. And they're threatening in so many ways. Kick could have went. But this Texas Tech side is so resilient at this time.
Here's the match.
Need to dig deep here. Shook off a little bit of those worries there in the first half. As we see a couple substitutions coming in here for the Stags.
You're offset.
Halloran Gannon. His evening is done. So again, stay tuned here. Following this match, about 30 minutes after the conclusion, we will have the D1 National Championship.
I'll step straight back, so you stay on my right-hand side, we'll be set. Thank you. Crouch! Bind! Yes, sir. Set! Down the middle.
Andy Fagan gets us ready to go again. McLean with the put, but came out the backside. Not hooked by either squad, and so we'll do it again here with 9 minutes into the second half of action. Texas Tech, the only points here in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, and these scrums earlier were to Texas Tech's advantage. Could they steal here? I mean, there's enough time on this clock that some tries early can make this a very contestable game as it winds in.
Set!
As we look at the numbers of the front row, going 230, 185, 280 along that front, and they hit a huge drive. Good job, though, by Fairfield to stay connected. There's the pass. Jarred loose after the big tackle, disrupts the offload. Stab kick through, gets charged down. Good work from Chinyanya to get into that passing lane. Contact was already made there in the ruck. Tried to go for it. Denied by the referee. The Stags really starting to crank up that defensive effort here, trying to come away with a poach time and time again. Good work to secure possession again from the Red Raiders. Pass goes a little bit awry behind the back, slows things up, and gives the Stags the opportunity to come up and play havoc with this ruck. Almost came away with it yet again. 10 minutes now into the second half of action. Big time shove finally brought down in the back there by Luke Coetzee. And a penalty is going to be earned. The Red Raiders a little too stranded. Allowed the Stags to get it at finally.
You heard that right? Yeah.
And a second time we've seen a strong momentum from this Texas Tech side, thwarted by dissent and conversation. Referee has had enough of conversation. Immediately blows it up, and you see a few players on the Texas side asking them what's going on. And unfortunately, turn of events that doesn't really work well for Texas Tech here.
Yeah, it looked like they were able to stay on their feet, and it looked like maybe a Fairfield player kind of playing that one from an offsides position, but Texas Tech must have said something in there. You mentioned it, second time that we've had dissent being called. They're sent back 10 for language and stuff, so Fairfield will have the advantage now with the line out. They've been so good throughout this match.
Maintain it at the back. Yes, sir. Thank you. Let's go.
On the lineouts, they have 5-1, haven't lost a single one, and nice and easy again there to Luke Coetzee. Here to the near side. Strong rumble then again from Tommy Morales. Already with one try out of the driving maul, now back to the near side. Through the hands they come into O'Callahan, who takes it in. The 5'11 sophomore dots it down for the Fairfield Stags.
Just well worked and finished. Texas Tech not contesting at the line out because that rolling ball having so much success, and after recycling the ball to the middle of the field, a double skip to the edge. I gotta see who that pass was from, but an amazing double skip, and that just opens the door. And an amazing try right at the pylon. Great bit of play. Again, Fairfield showing they can play with the forwards or play expansive out the backs. They're showing them in multiple ways on this Saturday at the Lone Star Bowl.
10.
We'll be seeing O'Callahan, who just scored that try, setting up for the extra 2 points.
5.
The sophomore finance international business major out of Marshfield, Massachusetts. Sets up to take this kick with the left boot, tries to bring it back around, but can't do so. But Fairfield extend the lead. Their first try, the second half lands.
Thank you.
Yeah, and just able to glide the ball, just working the ball.
Off.
No need to force it, no need to do too much. Holding the vendors and converting 2-on-1s.
Ace.
And Fairfield just continues to show their class here.
O'Callahan, great work, tiptoeing down the touchline. Good field awareness there to be able to know where he was, diving in and keeping his boots off of the white. Some great work. But again, for Fairfield, just throwing tons of numbers, finding the advantages on either side, sending players looping around the corner, and that time had a great 6-on-4 break, found some space on the near side. Here's another good busting run from Morales again, who's been tremendous. Seeing him a lot more in open play. He is fully comfortable with it. Secure possession. Now that boot here from O'Neal, which has been tremendous. Sends it deep, but it's caught cleanly there by Fokin.
4.
And sends it back.
Onside now.
Difficult stuff there for Fairfield, but they are more than ready for it. Beautiful little kick fake. Brings them back near the midfield stripe. Flip it out to the outside and had a couple of numbers there.
Towards you.
We're going to come back. We had some foul play there spotted from the
14,
AR.
retreating. 14 white.
Never got back, and so they'll get sent back 10 to the Red
14.
Raiders.
Not 14. Yeah, take them.
Just unfortunate. Playing the tactical
Reactive
game
retreat,
Fairfield has been playing,
Yeah,
you
time
got to
is
be
off.
able to return fire. You got to be able to
Bring on the
clear
subs.
your lines and get some space. But offsides call
22 off.
when you're just trying to tactically get away from your own end are devastating moments. Look at the position Fairfield is in here, and with the confidence they've been showing throughout the match, you know, this looks like another great attacking
Keep an eye,
opportunity.
thank you.
Cramps here in Houston, Texas. 80+ degrees here in this beautiful winter weather in southeast Texas. Never quite know what you're going to get. Yesterday a little bit overcast, but I can tell you from experience here in the Lone Star State, that sun does not play games. It doesn't matter what the temperature is. You're going to feel that heat.
Offside, full
The
team,
Fairfield
not
Stags
retreating.
have to carry one of their own off the pitch, but they are in full control of this match, up by 32 points.
Yeah, it was actually the whole team that was called in by my AR.
Couldn't find touch. They'll just stab this one up and through, trying to keep it in play. Lands inside the white line, so a good kick there from the outside for Divine Harbor. And moves the Red Raiders up a little bit, line out back to the Stags.
Yeah, now the tactical game is in reverse, or showcasing itself yet again. Got to clear your lines. Fairfield is just keeping them pent on their own side. And that's what's been causing a lot of confusions and scoring opportunities for Fairfield.
Timing's good.
Good take off the back. Red Raiders causing havoc with it behind. Send McLean to deck. Scrum half is in. They'll have to dig this one out. Good work from the Red Raiders. Little teamwork pulling each other out. And a strong take here. Bowles pushes forward, but ends up stepping out into touch. We'll come back for a Red Raider line out.
Once they make contact, you can put two of us and 3 guys in. I'm just making sure, Gabe.
Be Dirk Payton here with the throw for the Red Raiders. Payton, the freshman out of New Braunfels, sends this one deep, but they cannot find the connection. Luke Bowles already with one try, charging forward and picks that one up. Here comes Grimes. He's got a try under his belt in there in the first 10 seconds of the match. Now they'll look for space on the right-hand side. Hits off the mitts of O'Reilly. Goes forward. But the Red Raiders were offside, so they'll get sent back 10. A break for Fairfield.
Yeah, and again, just a costly penalty, and Fairfield's going to go quick here.
That's okay.
Red Raiders caught a little bit tight here. Space on the near side, but they did a good job of fringing out.
Over.
But they dove through, left their feet, and the referee's reaching for his pocket.
Repeat infringements.
And so for the next 10 minutes, the Red Raiders with the one-man disadvantage.
Yeah, and even Fairfield kicking up the tempo. This is the wrong time to be a player down.
Quick tap for McHale.
There,
sends the forward pack into contact. Come around the corner, but
Knock on
lost
the
it.
infield. It's going to be a scrum
Forward. That was Matt Duddy trying to stretch across, but could not get it done. Good defensive stand from the Red Raiders.
And again, the Red Raiders show up. Texas Tech are going to defend their soil, defend that try line. That is at least the third or fourth try we've seen the Red Raiders disrupt at the very end, just through tenacity, physicality. And now here, a chance to get the ball off the pitch, maybe get yourself outside of your own 22 and really set up some attack.
Make sure your 5 is up. Crouch! Bind! Set! Ball in!
Red Raiders 2 tries to 1 here in the second half as they've been good. This one comes right back out the tunnel though. Almost taken back behind that foot there from the flanker Gabriel Milagres, but referee will keep this one in and we'll have a do-over here. Still scrum for the Red Raiders.
Pardon me? No, your shoulders need to be on.
13 penalties on the day for the Red Raiders, only 4 for Fairfield.
Crouch.
Got some live stats coming in, but Lance, you're not going to be able to win too many matches when you've tripled up the other team in the penalty count.
Yeah, and the referee was right in tune with it from the very beginning. He's been giving out cards left and right, and deservingly so.
14 players here. Chinyanya busts over the gain line. A little bit of space on the left-hand side, but those lack of numbers causes a little bit of disruption. They're able to push forward anyway. Great work to keep ball in hand there, but lost it forward. I think that was Foken. Just couldn't bring it up to the midfield stripe, and it's another turnover back to the Stags.
Yeah, and it looks like they had numbers and space. A great opportunity. Did a good job making the break around the side. He had to beat a defender or two to get to that line break and really put pressure on this Fairfield back line.
Yeah, time is off.
But he had an opportunity to let the ball
Now
go.
with players down. Ball, please. No worries.
We've had some rib cracking shots there, but we'll step aside. Water break here in the second half. It's been all Fairfield, Texas Tech with a couple of tries. We'll step aside and see if they can get closer here in the Lone Star Bowl.
Listen to this crowd. There's a magic show in Vegas! Viva Rugby League! Bang them!
Consistency on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Welcome back to Houston, Texas, home of the 2025 NCR 15s College Rugby Championships. Been a tremendous weekend so far. We thank you all for joining us. If you're still trying to travel down here to Houston, we've got the D1 final. St. Bonaventure taking on Queens coming up next. So stay tuned here to NCR TV. Appreciate everybody joining us through this match. I'm Tim Wilkes, joined up here in the booth by Lance Kavanaugh from Great American Rugby. And Lance has been better here in the second half from Texas Tech. They've been able to correct a few of the mistakes that really bit them in the first.
Yeah, and they've had good opportunity. Just need to be able to finish in the back end and be more disciplined. Still build a momentum. This is what they've shown they can do this entire match.
Brighton Chinyanya opened it up. Divine Harbor with the finish. 3 tries for Texas Tech as they creep their way back here into the Lone Star Bowl.
And again, Texas Tech, as I said, they've shown spurts and moments, just ill-disciplined, turning the ball over at times. And Fairfield defense is definitely strong, but here, the space is there, the fin is there, come right into a defender. The left-hand fin there and the offload. So much work done. And the finisher, again, showing the way that he can score tries. Found the space and streaked to the try zone. I mean, so many players touched the ball, and Divine able to finish.
Harbor, the 5'11 senior
20 seconds
general
left for the
studies major out of Rockwall, Texas. Played his rugby back at Plano Senior High School. Familiar with that program, a premier rugby Texas team year in and year out, and Harbor gets it done. Great work on the outside, but again, all started really from Brighton Chinyanya. He's the captain of this squad, the grad student out of Lubbock, originally from Botswana, but he had the big game breaker, but a couple of quick passes out to the speedster, and they're able to finish. 18 minutes left to play. Again, 3 tries to 1 here in the second half for Texas Tech.
14 white. Substitution. 14.
I mean, right into the defenders, just going so relentlessly, and that's what created the space. Physicality, when Texas Tech turns it on, have shown that they can swing with Fairfield. Completely won the physical matchups there, and it created 5 points, and they have to continue that bit of rugby if they want to get themselves back into this game.
Been some trouble there off the restarts time and time again for the Red Raiders, and yet again it's the Stags coming away with their own kick. Into contact they come, 10 meters out, back up to their feet. Great work from the Stags. They're able to secure possession out the back through McLean. Off to the right-hand side, McHale tries to fend off one, but the big-time tackle from Gabriel Milagres takes him to deck. Continue to drive, 7 meters away from pay dirt. Saya can't punch it through. Here comes Bowles. Already 1 try for him. Back to Grimes. Here to the near side. Plenty of space. Big skip pass finds its target. O'Callahan already with 1. Dishes it off inside. Thomas Morales gets close, but it's held up. Another defensive stop for the Red Raiders.
And they've shown a level of heart on the defensive end throughout this matchup to be so proud. The goose step able to get 2 defenders. Looked like he was going to dive in. And right when he needed to roll over, pinning the ball up. Amazing defensive effort from Texas Tech.
That was Paul O'Donnell out of Westwood High School in Austin, Texas, that showed the effort to get all the way in there. And it looked like Lance, he might have had an opportunity to set it down earlier. He was a good 2-3 meters into the try zone.
Yeah, it looks like he was trying to dive in, and once he got grabbed, canceled. But I mean, what a crazy moment for Texas Tech again, just showing how relentless they've been on defense.
3 minutes.
Second big-time defensive stand here in the second half for the Red Raiders, as we are 15 minutes away from crowning Fairfield the new Lone Star Bowl champions. The Red Raiders, again, 3 tries to 1 here in the second half. Have been tremendous. They finally able to get things moving. We heard from Joseph Moley at halftime. A little bit starstruck. The cameras playing on the giant pitch here in SaberCat Stadium, maximum size. It took them a little bit of time, but they have really come to play here in the second half. Maybe a little forward there, and great work from our team of 3. Hawkeye in it from the sideline, seeing that forward pass.
Yeah, from our vantage point, clearly forward, unnecessarily forward. And it looks like the ARs are on top of their jobs today. And I believe if he'd have spent the other way and passed it with his left hand, it would have been fine. But in passing it with his right and not really advancing up the field, just a unassisted mistake there by Fairfield, one of the rarer ones in this match.
Or they need to wake up here. They had the 1 try to kind of stifle the Texas Tech attack and slow it down a little bit. But here in the second half, a little bit too many mistakes. Didn't see a lot of it in the first half, but Texas Tech now ready to work here in the scrum. 100% so far. They've stolen 2 against the head. They're able to secure possession out the back. Scooped up by Delmark. Met immediately there by his opposing number 9, McLean. And they're able to earn themselves the penalty. Not releasing the call, and Fairfield coming up with a steal out of nowhere.
Just give him some room. Okay, what's the number? 13, black off, please. 14.
And
14 black.
earned steal. Cassius
14.
Grimes.
You're 14, substitute.
Excuse me, Grimes with his hands on the ball immediately.
You're good, it was just a stinger, was it? Okay, yeah, no, you're good now. Great, okay. Guys, we're keeping going. Time is back on. Holding on.
Strong defensive pressure will set up the Stags. Again, this team established back in 1963 out of the Liberty Rugby Conference. Moved around a little bit, but they have found their home there. A good year, 5-3, fourth place in the D1 side of things, but this Stag squad showing that D1 prowess. Again, Texas Tech just a D1 AA team. But here, trying to defend things in their Lone Star State. Texas Tech
Twice, maintain that gap.
tries to keep it home. Again, Sam Houston State, the perennial powerhouse in the Lone Star Conference. They came away with 3 Lone Star Bowl victories. Another nice and easy line out there for Coetzee. Strong surge from Tommy Morales.
18, not rolling.
He's been tremendous in this one, and it's going to be Tech caught, not rolling away. They'll get sent back, not retreating the required 10 as well, so a new advantage already being played. Here to O'Reilly. Stifled back is McHale. O'Reilly gets it again. Good use of hands all the way to the outside. O'Callahan with it, fighting forward, but they knocked it forward.
21.
Did Texas Tech, and a yellow card again coming in for Tech. 1 yellow card comes in. The next one gets sent out, so they'll be down to 14 yet again. Here's the quick tap coming from Eamon O'Reilly, the captain. Off to the right-hand side. They're over and in for the try. Fairfield gets back in for another try.
And the discipline of Texas Tech failing them in the final moment, holding so strong defensively so many times, and at an opportunity when they could have kept
Repeat infringements, okay? Under pressure.
Fairfield out. Luke Bowles crashes in, the freshman from New York City, dots it down in the Lone Star Bowl. And again, Texas Tech, yellow cards, different infringements, different penalties. It's making it really hard for themselves. The simple mistakes have been mounting and really multiplying here in this Lone Star Bowl.
Luke Bowles with the brace, 2 tries on the day for the 6'3", 260-pound freshman. Going to be a force to be reckoned with here in the Liberty Conference for years to come. And the kick is up and through from O'Callahan, extending the lead here for the Stags as they finally are able to kind of get their gears shifted and start playing some better rugby here in the second half of action.
Ball, OG!
And just that tap, they immediately one pass off the tap. They've beaten Texas Tech to the punch, beating them to that moment. They seem more eager on the draw. They're just more confident at the moment.
Opportunity now with about 10 minutes left to play. The Red Raiders will be playing the next probably 8 minutes or so, so they'll be back to full advantage or full 15. A couple minutes left to play, but this time it's ripped away. The Red Raiders looking to put more points up on the board here in Houston, Texas. Advantage being played for the knock-on. None gained there as the Stags will have the put-in to the scrum.
Cramp. Let's go, let's get in, let's go. Number. Hang on. Is that tactical or injury? Because this player's already been off. Whoa.
My pinky toe has been.
Oh, it's injury? Okay, it's injury. Thank you.
Multiple players down at the deck here. The heat coming into play. Boys here from the Lone Star State struggling with it as well. Some cramps back and forth. Again, this beautiful December day. Winter in Texas. Never know what you're going to get. Had a little bit of rain on the pitch yesterday, but a beautiful day for rugby here in the Lone Star Bowl.
We did knock on here, boys.
We just got to give a big shout out to the seniors playing in their last 10 minutes of college rugby 15s here in the Lone Star Bowl.
Crouch.
6 of them on the pitch for the Texas Tech Raiders as starters. Had a few more coming in as subs as well.
Contact too early, guys. Yeah. Here's the mark. So hookers, get your break foot to the left of the mark. Yeah.
As we heard from the college rugby show before the match, Brighton Chinyanya, the captain, number 13, has been an assistant coach for this squad as well, but he's the grad student of the sports management degree. One of those 6 upperclassmen playing their final match here in the state of Texas. Strong shove as this one completely disintegrates there on the Fairfield side.
I don't know whose voice I heard there, gentlemen. That's not helping. Same ball. Let's go. Let's go.
Again for Fairfield, 6 scrums so far. They've lost a couple of them, so this Texas Tech squad, again, so big up front. 230, 185, 280 across. Got a couple of subs in there, but they have been the better side here in the scrums. Need a big shove here. They look to put more points up on the board with a little over 8 minutes left to play. McLean, the sophomore out of Pleasantville, New York, gets it back off the end of the scrum and sends the Stags on the front foot. McHale into contact, sends it backwards. Good work from our AR, watching from the sideline.
Holding on, release it. 1. You must release it. Going out there.
Okay. Stop this one into touch to keep the Red Raiders moving. We thank everybody for watching here in beautiful SaberCat Stadium. It's been the home of NCR's national championships and All-Star Tournament.
Thank you.
Here for the last few years. All-Star Tournament moving around a bit, but it has been a mainstay here. The national championships, we had the women last weekend, Lance. Tremendous action, but we still only halfway through another great weekend of rugby here.
Yeah, it's championship weekend. So many teams put in work for years, not even just this season, able to see if they can get away with the gold.
Gabriel Milagres
Option.
takes it off there, but has this one thrown, lost forward into touch, and the Stags will take the line out.
Scrum calls on the 5 here.
Oh, excuse me, they will take the scrum. Lineouts have been perfect for them on the day, but
Let's go, gentlemen.
just too much power here from the boys from the Liberty Conference.
There we go.
Had a couple tries in the second half to kind of keep this one with an extended lead.
Get your break foot to the left. Break foot to the left. That'll be better. Thank you.
Fagan gives his last orders as the Stags look to charge here in the scrum. Brendan McLean with the put in.
Sit!
This time off the back. Strong surge. Saya takes it from that 8-man spot, number 17. One of the subs coming in for the Stags. O'Callahan with the boot. He'll send this one out into the stands. And he'll set up a Red Raiders line out with 6 minutes left to play.
How you doing with that son, Alana?
And I mean the pressure from this Red Raider side, making it hard for that kick. Didn't get as much yardage as he would like. And now the Red Raiders presented with a great opportunity. Let's break out that play that we practiced but haven't had a chance to run. Let's break out that secret weapon, secret sauce for ourselves in the last go-around.
We see a little bit of that there. We saw the inside pass off of the line out earlier. This time just going with that front lifter, turning around and taking it just beyond that 5-meter mark. Couple of nice line breakers there, and a good pass back with the return. Beautiful pass from Chinyanya. Finds some space here on the near side. Here comes Harbor. Door gets slammed shut on the outside. Fairfield had possession. They were ripping it out. Held in. Turnover back to the Stags.
I mean, well worked again. Brighton has found a way. Whenever there's a closing defender, he gets the ball and releases that outside group of backs,
You're going to
but
be back 10
unable to
guys anyway,
keep
so get ready for when
possession.
we're starting.
It's a great bit to get around the corner for Texas Tech, but just unable to convert on the back end of
Stretch
these.
him off field, or?
And the man himself, who's been playing really well for this side, Divine,
Okay, but are you going to
taking
assist him
it
off the field so we can continue, or are we
knocked to the leg.
Okay, well, he's on the line, so it's not clear.
Shows his toughness. You mentioned it as a senior. His final minutes of action, he refuses to leave the pitch. Great effort from Divine Harbor. Again, the senior general studies major out of Rockwall. Kick, finds some space. Harbor's got to retreat to get this one. The bounce of the ball has been so fooling out there for the Red Raiders. And now it's the Stags back in possession. O'Callahan, center of the pitch. Look to boot this one back over the top as he sees the Red Raiders pushing forward, but this one goes all the way out into touch, lands out beyond the white line. And so we'll come back to where that kick was made for the line out for the Red Raiders.
And the tactical kicking battle has been going to Fairfield the entire game. It looks like finally the kicking game back-to-back, back-and-forth ping-pong battle is winning Texas Tech favor. And I believe their yellow card is back on, if I'm not mistaken. So now they're back to full strength and able to end this game with a little bit of fury.
Shout out to Tag O'Neal. He was number 22, was tremendous with the boot in the first half. He's out now. And now it's the Stags back on the break. Beautiful passing in the center of the pitch. The big fella's getting into the action. Gregory Matthews takes it all the way near the 22-meter line, and Fairfield continued the charge. Skip pass to the outside, into the hands of O'Reilly. He finds a bit of a gap, sends it wide, but they're unable to keep possession out there. It trickles into touch for a Red Raiders line out.
Exciting play here. Didn't get a knock on, so it'll be a scrum down on the far side to the Red Raiders.
And our assistant referee,
No, I have a knock
Joshua Bonds, on that edge, calling that knock, confirming with the center ref, who's had a good job controlling this matchup, keeping it safe.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. Surprisingly very. Yes.
So that one knocked on
What number?
in part of the play there. So it'll be a scrum to the Red Raiders.
Your yellow's back on, right?
Tremendous effort here from the Red Raiders in the second half. As if you're just taking those points, they have 2 tries to 3 for Fairfield. So they've been good here in the second half as more subs come in. Don't forget, St. Bonaventure and Queens will come up next. We'll send it off to the College Rugby Show for a little bit of analysis of this one and a look forward to the D1 National Championship. Red Raiders secure possession off the scrum. Lackadaisical pass there. Hits the deck. Advantage being played here for the scrum for Fairfield. They don't look like they're going to need it. Beautiful play here from Cassius Grimes. He had the first try of the match and dots down his second here with 2 minutes left to play.
And just when Texas Tech had the platform, that pass hung up just a little bit too long, and Fairfield, known to turn defense into strong attack, and that attack into points. Grimes find his way off the left and the fin, left again, and Cassius float like a butterfly. 5 for his team. Fairfield again on the scoreboard.
Another freshman there, the lock. Computer science major out of Woodland Hills, California. Tremendous effort. And it's not just 1 or 2 players here for Fairfield. They have had an array of attacking abilities throughout this squad, 1 through 15. And that will do it. The final score, 60-19. The Fairfield Stags on top, Lance.
Yeah, and just a team that made the least amount of mistakes, played more physical, and had a sense of forward cohesion that just took the game over from the very beginning. Texas Tech showed great determination defensively, but obviously Fairfield, class side.
Great effort from both these squads, but again, Fairfield on top with the victory. Great work here from Houston, Texas. We will step aside for Lance Kavanaugh, Tyler Doige. I'm Tim Wilkes up in the booth. We'll send it over to the College Rugby Show.
Hello and welcome back to the College Rugby Show Live. I'm your host, Pat Clifton, joined as always by Darian Lovelace, Zach Lanning. It is almost Division I National Championship time. We just finished up the Lone Star Bowl with Fairfield going big, 60-19 over Texas Tech. What a fantastic game. Talk us right through it, Darian.
Well, just looking at the stats that we have alone, Fairfield really dominated there from the jump. I mean, penalties were quite an issue for Texas Tech, 17 penalties for them alone. So that led to a lot of meters being gained. But tenacious was the Texas Tech side. Both Harbor and Newland were able to get 2 tries on the board. We take a look there, but from there it was all Fairfield. What really happened for Texas Tech was the domination at scrum time. They were 100% on the scrums. Fairfield struggled a bit with that, but one thing they didn't struggle with were the pick and goes that came from the bottom of the ruck. And from there, I mean, the set piece really just worked for the Stags, really being able to string together the phases, do what they do best, and that's just to make sure that they get over the line. 60-19 is quite the feat there. And I mean, Texas Tech just could not compete with the Fairfield Stags. It was a performance for them, and you can hear how excited they are about that.
Fairfield, they really emptied the bench at halftime, and it was a much closer second half. Texas Tech, I think, got something out of it, had some high moments there in the second half, and some young Stags got a lot of valuable experience.
Absolutely. I think it's a win for both sides. I was happy to see the fight in Texas Tech, and again, some great experience, as you said, for the younger Stags on that team that they can take into next season. But if you're a team like Texas Tech coming to this game and you want to win, you have to play perfect. And, our stats department work in overtime here. You can see 17 penalties for the Red Raiders, 6 lineouts lost. Like, you can't have things like that happen if you want to have any shot in a game like this. But again, valuable experience for everybody involved.
And look, this is a bowl game, the only one of the weekend. I got to see one of my rugby mentors, Bruce McLean, absolute American rugby legend, watch his son play rugby. He just started in college. Here at a really cool experience, surrounded by some of his former players. That's what it's all about. Great moments being made here at the Lone Star Bowl. When we come back, when you see us next, it will be for the Men's Division I National Championship. We got Queens. We got Bonnies. They're 1-1 against each other this season. Who's going to win the rubber match? We'll find out next here at Natty's.